still have our indestructibles. They still have that Azorius Knight Arbiter though, so they're getting through regardless, right? Yeah, just pinging us. I should probably not auto pass. Oh well, we got the Feline Sovereign. That's really good because that means if we can get through with damage, then we're sitting mighty pretty. This is pretty good too. Everything that has a +1/+1 counter on it now has trample, so let's give trample. Oh no, it already has a counter. Damn it, that's another oops. What's up everybody, my name's Chance, and today we're going to be taking a look at a Naya Rin and Seri Feline Sovereign Cat Tribal Naya deck. I think I got it all there. Anyways, this is a crazy awesome deck, and it's working off of two concepts, Rin and Seri and Feline Sovereign, right, which are going to give you extra effects off of casting your cats down or getting your cats onto the battlefield, right, boosting them up, that kind of stuff. But then we're also going to be boosting them up with the other cats we have available to us, which coincidentally enough are a lot of the mutate creatures. So Regal Leosaur, move over here to the bigger ones, King Caesar and Cub Warden. Now these all work beautifully alongside the other cats you have, which are of course Kaheera, and we do have Kaheera as our sideboard card. And I know a lot of people are going to say, Chance, what are you running 62 cards for? I don't know, I just wanted to, okay? Leave me alone. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, well, I can trim it up. Well, trim it up then, be my guest. But this is the deck I wanted to play, so this is the deck that we're gonna be playing today. And I gotta say, it did absolutely amazing. It was a blast to play. And without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it, right? So down here in the bottom end, we have 4 copies of Charm Stray, a card I've been trying to play for so long. It's awesome. 1 mana, 1/1 lifelinker that can get bigger and bigger just by playing other copies of it, as well as it gets bigger with Feline Sovereign and other things along that nature, right? Next up we have Garrison Cat, another 1/1 cat. Whenever it dies, you get a human soldier. It's great for chum blocking early on. A Johnny's Pridemate, we're going to be gaining tons of life with Essence Symbiote and with the Cub Warden tokens, so you know, as well as we have Lurrus, and then we have Rin and Seri to gain life, we have Johnny the Great-Hearted to gain life, we have Great Hinge to gain life, so tons of life to be gained here. Now, Essence Symbiote is the only non-cat in here, but again, we were going into mutating, so I wanted some mutate presence on the battlefield. So 2 copies of Essence Symbiote, 2 copies of Domri's Ambush for some removal, 3 copies of Regal Leosaur, because again, +2/+1 on all your cats after they already have +1/+1, or you know, plussing them up with King Caesar and Regal Leosaur or Huntmaster Lager, however you want to say it. It's really good, right? Next up we have Bronze-Eyed Lion, 2 mana for a 3/3 that can gain indestructible. It's an obvious very great mutate target because you get Cub Warden and your King Caesars and all this and that down on it, and then you just pay 2 mana and it's indestructible, right? Feline Sovereign, we kind of already talked about this. It does boost up all of your cats. It also gives them protection from dogs, and whenever 1 or more of your cats deals combat damage to a player, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment that player controls. So pretty good there. Lead the Stampede is going to help keep your kitty cats in hand, right? 3 mana, look at the top 5 cards of your library, reveal any number of them, and put them into your hand. Put the rest under the bottom of your library in any order. Pridemalkin. We all have those games where we get boosted up real big, we have a really big board state, but the opponent keeps chump blocking us. Well, this is our solution. 3 mana for this 2/1 that reads, whenever it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has trample. So obviously your Pridemates, obviously your things that you mutate, whatever you put Pridemalkin on, if you use Domri's Ambush, there's a lot of ways, right? Johnny's Great-Hearted, a lot of ways to put counters on your creatures. Lurrus, obviously very strong in this deck, as it does allow us to play back all of these 3 CMC creatures or less, or 2 CMC, sorry, not 3. 2 CMC creatures or less, and it's in the white mana color scheme as well as having lifelink, so it's a nice little creature. Chance for Glory, this is a great way to end out the game without your opponent really ever expecting it, right? So giving your creatures vigilance really easy. You have Kaheera here, you have Kaheera in your sideboard, and you have a Johnny the Great-Hearted. The Great-Hearted, oh goodness. Anyways, what you're going to do, make sure your creatures have vigilance, play this on your turn, swing in, deal a damage, swing in again, finish them out, hopefully and ideally, right? So that's why we only have it as a one-off. We do have one copy of Kaheera in the deck because it's a cat, so even after the companion, you know, whether we play it or not, still like to have at least one more in the deck. Cubwarden we talked about, and Huntmaster Liger we talked about. A Johnny Strength of the Pride, obviously awesome. Gonna allow you to create more Johnny's Pridemates, gonna allow you to gain life, and gonna allow you to exile your opponent's artifacts and creatures if you hit, you know, 35 life, which is pretty awesome. Johnny the Greathearted, again, king of the cats, right? So +1, gain 3 life, awesome. -2, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control and a loyalty counter on each other planeswalker you control. Right, we were talking about Pridemalkin earlier, not to mention the fact that you're going to be boosting up all your kitty cats, so all in all, very, very good. And then Rin and Seri, inseparable. Of course, whenever you cast a cat spell, you're going to create these little doggos, which are good if you go to pay the 3 mana for Rin and Seri, deal damage, and gain life, right? Then last but not least, we do have a one-off Great Hand, which is going to allow us to draw more cards out of our cats once, you know, we get to that point. So you notice this deck does have a lot of one-offs, but the strategy and the synergy here actually plays well into these one-offs, right? So it's a fantastic deck. I had a ball playing it, and I recommend that you give it a go as well. That is going to do it for our deck tech wrap-up, and I'll see you in the matches. J Shift? I think that's what that is, right? What that would be. Any Hoosers, I like it. We got low to the ground, and we got a Cubwarden to come in, spice it up a little bit, mix and master, whatever you want to call it. That's mono red, baby. Come on, don't do it. Don't go breaking my heart. I'm gonna leave the lead. I'm gonna leave the lead. It's not mono red. Is it Winota? Y'all think? Winota's probably worse than mono red. At least mono red, like, it's kind of like a baby, you know. It comes in kicking and screaming, but once you pat its back a little bit, burp it, it's fine, right? It's down for the night. So is it worth it to shock this in and get both of them down? Yeah. If we draw into another Charm Stray, it'll be certainly worth it. If not, whatever. Legion War Boss. You don't like to see that one. We will block with our Garrison Cat because we're hemorrhaging health here. We can't afford it. Rin and Seri. Ooh, that is interesting. Which means we need to actually grab some red mana here just in case. So now we got a Pridemate. We do have a little bit of life gain in the Charm Stray, but we need it to actually attack, or we need to get that Cubwarden down. Am I right? Yes, that's it. That's all you want to attack with. Trust me. J Shift. No, buddy. Don't do it. So I could block like that, but I think that's a little risky, so. You know, if they have combat trick or whatever. Ooh. Oh, man, this is a tough decision, you know, because I have Alright, well. You know, I don't want to be labeled as the lame player, and I feel like if you don't play Rin and Seri, when you have a chance to play Rin and Seri, you're the lame player. So no blocks, hit me. I don't even care. Dominate me. Alright, Cubwarden. I'm thinking about throwing onto the Pridemate, honestly. I think we do it. I think it goes on the Pridemate. Over. And, do we want to swing it with the Charm Stray? I mean, not really. By the way, they said, that thanks timer should be a little bit longer, don't you think, Magic? I might be in the middle of something when they say, nice. Yes. Grow, Cubwarden. Grow into the mighty beast that I know you can be. Alright, so I need another land, honestly. Do I just slam down the Johnny the Greyhearted? I think so. I think I do. It's not a cat, but how big is that flyer? It's a 1/1. We can do it. We can do it. You can help. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. Wow, so they can take out that if they just attack with everything. Tell you what, let's throw in a kitty cat because it gains us life. And another kitty cat because it gains us life. And the little doggo too, because why not? Lovely. Alright. So we're gaining life. We're putting 2 more counters on our cupboard. And this is so beautiful. I love it. I love a Johnny. And I love tribal. So this is like a Johnny cat tribal. Yes, I've been trying to make this work for ages. Alright, let's gain some more life, shall we? Even if they kill the cat token, no big deal. This is so beautiful. I want to lead the Stampede, I think. Or do I want to just go for 2 Bronze-Hide Lions? Let's go for 2 Bronze-Hide Lions, shall we? Oh, we can actually. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. That's fine. I mean, yeah, might as well, right? Rin and Seri, you just chill back. I guess we could finish them off with Rin and Seri. What does it do? Damage equal to dogs, life equal to cats. So we have 2 dogs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 3 dogs. I forgot about Rin and Seri. It's technically a dog cat. And we have 3 cats. So deal 3, heal 3, basically. Heal 4. Sorry, again, Rin and Seri, dog cat. I'll catch on eventually. This is so beautiful. If it is a Winota deck, I'm just laughing. Ooh, Pridemalkin is really, really good once you get the counters going. So I think I am going to go ahead and throw down Feline Sovereign. Then we can minus on a Johnny, put counters on everything. Swing. I mean, you're a 7/7, so you might as well get in there. Yeah, I mean, they're all really big, and they all have vigilance, so, you know, do what you're supposed to do, kitty cats. Large, small, dogs, all smashing. Oh, exactly at 0. Should have chum blocked with your Legion Warboss there. We'd have had another turn. Either way, picking up a victory, and a very, very lovely one at that. I'm going to keep this because I see the 2 mutators, and y'all know how I feel about taters. I don't know what it is with me this morning. Anyways. Doc. Hey, we got another doctor in the house. Doc held it. Oh. Maybe that's a little bit too much information. Your doctor should not be holding it. I don't know if they were going for that joke or not, but... Hey, I like that land art you got there. Some nice piece of work. Don't be a mono red deck. Don't play the shock. Don't do it. Yeah, that hurts my feelings a little bit. But hey, what are you gonna do? Ah, it's a Winota deck. It's gotta be, this time it has to be a Winota deck, right? No way. It's not. Could also just be Boros dogs, I suppose. Anyways, Pridemalkin coming on down. If this little kitty cat can, it's Boros doggos. If nothing else, I appreciate it because we're playing cats. So this is the matchup of the century, so to speak. Right? Boros doggos, Naya cats. Who's gonna win out in the battle of the domesticated animals? The true battle. Last match didn't count. We can all agree. Do I just mutate the cupboard onto the Pridemalkin? It becomes a 4/6 with trample and life gain. And we also get 2 other creatures. I mean, it's either that or we put down a Johnny Pridemate and create a little baby of Johnny. But I think that's better done after we have the cupboard. Alright, get him, Cub Warden. Show them what you're made of. This can't... Okay, yeah. I was about to say, this thing can't boost up that high, right? Right. Things are going just according to plan. If we can get Kaheera down, we can actually make our Great Hinge cost less, and then we can get that down as well, but we'll have to see. Opponent's flooding the board with doggos. I'm not too scared, though. Gotta say, if I'm being honest. You're swinging all in. Well, I got some information. I will chum block these cats. Yeah, you best be scared. Alright, so there's a few line of plays we actually have here. We could go Regal Leosaur and bring Kaheera into our hand. Or we just go for, you know, Johnny Strength of the Pride and put down another kitty cat. Kind of like the idea of that, if I'm being honest. Not gonna lie. So we got another kitty cat. Am I swinging in with the 4/6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They do have enough to block it, but they lose their entire board state to do that. So I'm okay with that, right? Yeah, they wouldn't lose their entire board state, by the way. They'd just lose 2 creatures, but they'd lose their most important 2 creatures. All right. Let's see what you got. Lava Cool. No, you're an actual bastard, Doc. I thought we could have a civil game of Magic the Gathering here, but I guess not. Okay, so they actually can't boost those up, so I can save you, and I will save you. Or do I take out that Alpine Houndmaster and just leave a Johnny to the dust? No. You don't leave a Johnny to the dust. No kitty cat left behind ever. Okay. This is a little bit of a tricky situation because naturally you want to get down the Great Hinge and then pay the 2 mana to get down Bronzehide, but you can't because it's split, so it's tricky. We could also just play down Bronzehide, mutate onto the Cub Warden. I do like the idea of that, so let's do that. Under.
Find your inner strength.
Another victory. Also, cats beat dogs. Confirmed. Matthias or Matthias. It's probably Matthias, right? A little low as far as the curve that I wanted, so we'll mulligan that. That's a little bit better. Throw back the Great Hinge, or we throw back the Ajani? I think we throw back the Ajani. The Great Hinge gives us the potential to draw more cards, right? Let's go ahead and get down the Charm Stray. They're checking out Kaheera. They're like, ooh, I'm excited. Well, I'm excited too, Matthias. We'll just hope for another land. We will just hope. If we can get an untap, we can mutate down King Caesar. Senate Guard, that's interesting. We didn't get another land, but we can pull one here. Go ahead and pull another green. We don't want to attack yet. We're going to throw down King Caesar on the Charm Stray, I think. Ooh, spicy. And then gain 2 life? Yeah. It's a nice. Temple of Plenty. So we're getting there as far as land goes. We'll put us up to 5. Sure. We're getting pretty close to the Great Hinge, so. If I mutate this down. If I mutate it here, everything's going to get +3, +2. All the other creatures. If I mutate here, this goes up to 3/3, this goes up to 4/4. Let's go here. Over. So we have a 6/5, 3/4, and a 4/3 swinging in. Sounds pretty good. Sounds like a lot of damage. Let's see if their Johnny decides to block out the Charm Stray. Honestly, that sounds like a worthwhile trade if you ask me personally. They're going to let the damage go through. We're taking our opponent down to 8 health. What a play. What a play. Leave it alone. Bastard. Absolute bastard. That's okay. So we still have the Bronzehide line that we can give Indestructible to. We have multiple sources of green and white. I don't know why we need red, but there's red. We can go ahead and pull this over as well as have mana for Bronzehide. So that's good. We'll end our turn there. They are at 10 life. They're going to keep gaining it thanks to the Senate Guild Mage, so a little worried there. We'll get there, surely. Alright. Elite Guard Mage. Ah, yeah. Oh, shit. It's waiting for me to resolve. I'm super sorry about that. My soundboard behind my computer started falling. I didn't actually attach it to the wall because I was like, you know, I'm gonna rearrange the setup eventually. And well, thanks to the vacation, still haven't gotten a chance to. So thanks for tapping out your Johnny there. I do appreciate it. All right, so that is enough for the Great Hinge, which means no more land for me, please and thank you. We'll go ahead and slam down Kaheera. And that allows us to swing it with Bronzehide and keep it back as the defender, so that's good. We're taking them back down to 11. These fucking Law Mage's bindings. What are you doing, you clown? I guess we could throw in some gem razors, right? Cub Warden. Ooh, I do like seeing the Cub Warden, but would I rather have the Great Hinge first? It has to enter the battlefield, right? Let's go for the Great Hinge. They are starting to stack up that Ajani line pretty high. I don't like that, I gotta say. Ooh. That's a nice. That deserves a nice. Alright, let's gain our life at least. That's really good. So how much do we need? 15. Ooh, that's gonna be hard to do given they have flyers. Alright, so we're definitely mutating this down. Question is where? Charm Straight already has lifelink in these two. I mean, I guess we could enter it into the battlefield, right? Let's just enter it. Let's draw a card. Fable Passage. Not exactly what we wanted, but that's okay. We could gain a decent little bit of life here, or we can create an Ajani of our own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'd go up to 31. Still not enough for us to get to that 15, so let's just create a token.
True friends always stand by your side.
We don't have enough mana to give Bronzehide Indestructible, so we may have to bite it with our Charm Stray. We'll have to see. Another Senate Guild Mage. That's spicy for sure. That's the next level spice, actually. Johnny, you will be missed, but you'll live on in your token. Well, we're landlording it up. We're landlording it up. That's okay. You know, once I saw that a Johnny fair point could have been made for mutating Cub Warden onto Bronze Hide Lion, as then we could give it Indestructible and then have life link, so we'd have a life linking Vigilance Indestructible with an Ajani token on the board, so we can continuously swing in and build up our Ajani as they're building up their Ajanis, right? That's okay. We still have the Great Hinge, it's just it would have been another proc, you know what I mean? Maybe another 2 procs, depending. So we'll see what we have. Yeah, Flyer's still doing their stuff. Another Bronze Hide. Well, fuck. Alright, at least it'll get a counter and draw us another card. Another land. Okie dokie then. Lands, and more lands. That's fine, we're staying healthy. Oh no. The opponent's gonna get some more Law Mage's bindings on my ass. I shouldn't joke, those actually hurt. Don't do it. Whatever you do, just don't do the Law Mage's binding. Unbreakable. Well, fuck, you know what? I'd actually prefer the Law Mage's binding here. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and do this, because this is no mystery that we're doing that, right? And activating this. Activating this. Alright, let's pass the blockers. How are we handling this? So, you're taking out the biggest, right? You can't be blocked. You can block there. Actually, hell, you can block there, right? 4-5. 4-5. Yeah, so I can block everything. We're gonna lose a little bit here, you know, 7-10 damage that I can't block, but we are gaining 4 life back, so. Well, you hate to see it, but we're not dead. We're still fighting and kicking. Lord knows I'm not going down without a fight. Alright, more Flyers. Oh, man. So we still have our Indestructibles. They still have that Azorius Knight Arbiter, though, so they're getting through regardless, right? Yeah, just pinging us. I should probably not auto-pass. Oh well, we got the Feline Sovereign. That's really good because that means if we can get through with damage, then we're sitting mighty pretty. This is pretty good too. Everything that has a +1/+1 counter on it now has trample. So let's give trample. Oh no, it already has a counter. Damn it, that's another oops. All right, then we're getting to Scry. Johnny's Pridemate. Sure, I'll take another creature over a land any day, any day. Alright, so we're sending. We can't send all of them, right? Because we'll end up without a board, but we also can't just send these 2 because we won't end up dealing any damage. So if we send these 3, again, no damage. Would I rather give up the Johnny's Pridemate or the Cub Warden? Probably the Pridemate, right? Alright. This gets rid of 1 artifact or enchantment, right? I think we get rid of the one on King Caesar. Kaheera doesn't really... Like, the effect still goes off, so her not being able to attack doesn't bother us. But King Caesar being able to be mutated onto does greatly help us, so let's destroy that one. End our turn on that note, and we still have 1 indestructible creature for their swing in, but don't they have 10 damage? 3, 4. Oh, no, they do. They have it. I should have swung it with the Cub Warden, huh? Yeah, that's a GG. We tried, though. We tried. We gave it the good old run of the mill, right? I really like this Azorius flying life gaining deck, though. It seems pretty cool. That's a nice and a GG. A good game, sir or madam. So close. Well, I don't know about that, but it was a fun one. Alrighty, so you made it all the way through the matches. First and foremost, I'd like to say thank you. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure you're leaving a like down below, commenting if you have any comments, and of course subscribe and click that bell icon if you want to see more content. Furthermore, if you're interested in seeing any of these decks played live, hop over to twitch.tv/drspilgan and be sure to toss a follow there. As well as there being a Discord community you're welcome to join up with down in the description of every video. And that's the best place if you have deck ideas, deck submissions, that kind of stuff to go work on it. Go there. We have an awesome community to help you build it out. And that's the best place for me personally to see it and keep track of it, right? So, on to this deck tech wrap up. We have a lot of cool, interesting stuff. And by the way, I can't go through the whole video and not say, hey, I got a new haircut. So, hey, I got a new haircut. Anyways, on into the deck tech wrap up. There's an interesting combination of things you can do here. So I'd mentioned in the intro that a lot of the mutate creatures, and actually I believe all of the 3-color mutate creatures are cats. I don't know anything crazy, but Vadrock is a cat. Nethroi is a cat. So Nethroi really comes in. You'll notice we're playing Lurrus here. There's actually a pretty good case for taking this into Abzan, right? Abzan kitty cats, which is a little strange if you ask me personally. But you have this cool little combo you can do. You have Cauldron Familiar, Pridemalkin, and Saber-Tooth Mauler. And this one's where it gets kind of spicy. So, Saber-Tooth Mauler, at the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Saber-Tooth Mauler and untap it. So 4 mana 3/3 that it gets +1/+1 counters whenever a creature you control dies, and you get to untap it, so it has this pseudo sort of vigilance. The nice thing is, well, Pridemalkin, you can pay 3 mana, sacrifice another creature or planeswalker, you put 2 +1/+1 counters on Pridemalkin. Right, so it's going to get up to a 3/3 with menace for 1 mana, which is absolutely crazy. Not to mention the fact if you also go into these Abzan color schemes, you have Cauldron Familiar, which you can do Cat Oven and then constantly have a creature dying and reentering the battlefield, which is going to constantly put counters on your Saber-Tooth Mauler as well as constantly untap it at the end step, right? Not constantly untap it at the end step, but you get what I'm saying. Untap it at the end, at whatever. So it was a cool little combo that I thought a lot of people might actually be interested in, as again it's a common, uncommon, and uncommon. Now Pridemalkin isn't going to be rotating with us whenever the next set drops, so do be aware of that, but it's still a very cool little combo that I don't think a lot of people have really dove too deep into, myself included, right? Next up, we have Ranger's Guile. This is great at keeping your mutate creatures alive if you don't have the Bronze Hide line or, whatever. Ranger's Guile. 1 mana, instant speed, common card. Allows you to gain target creature, gains hexproof. Goodness gracious. All kinds of tongue-tied this morning. But, yeah, it's really good. Fire Prophecy is some removal, because I know some people are going to be like, hey, Chance, you don't ever really have that much removal on your deck. I know. So, Fire Prophecy is going to allow you to destroy target creature, and then draw a card if you want. So sort of a little cycling effect. Scorching Dragonfire, I actually kind of prefer over Fire Prophecy, just personal preference. 2 mana instant speed, deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If that creature or planeswalker would die this turn, exile it instead. It is instant speed, and it's only a common, so it's really cheap. Yes, you can use Heroic Intervention, you can use Unbreakable Formation in this deck and do wonders. Heroic Intervention can allow you to protect all your stuff with Indestructible and Hexproof, so it's a double wombo combo. And then Unbreakable is, of course, another great way of giving your creatures Vigilance, +1/+1 counters, and just sort of swinging in for that big damage, because they'll also be indestructible, right? Anyways, ran through Another great source of removal, especially if you're playing more into that Pridemalkin of giving all your creatures trample and all that. Even without it, it's pretty good removal. Gem Razor, for those of you that are like, you know, if I'm going to be playing Mutate, I want to be playing some of the best Mutate, and Gem Razor is really, really good at destroying your opponent's artifacts and enchantments. And yes, you have the Feline Sovereign. The thing is with the Feline Sovereign, you have to be swinging in. You have to swing in enough to where you're going to deal combat damage to the player's face, right? So it's a little bit harder to get off than the Gem Razor is, honestly. Sabertooth we talked about. Vivian Monster's Advocate. Well, we're playing tons of creatures in this deck, so this one is kind of a given. You're able to cast creature spells from the top of your library. It's awesome. You're able to create these 3/3 green beasts, and you're able to -2, and then whenever you go to cast like a Rin and Seri, you could also pull out your Kaheera, right? Which is pretty great value if you ask me personally. Next up, Nethroi. You know, I referenced all the 3-color cats have, or 3-color mutate creatures have cats as their type. So this is obviously really good if you're going for that Dreadmalkin, Cauldron Familiar, Abzan sort of kitty cat, and then reanimate everything. It just seems kind of cool if you ask me personally. But yes, Snapdax also works. Snapdax works in this deck. You just can't cast it down normally. So if you want to try Snapdax out here, go for it. Next up, we have Embercleave. You know, you're getting all these kitty cats down, and they're all getting fairly big. Casting Embercleave is really easy, actually. You're gonna have like 3-4 creatures swinging in, which is gonna make this cost 2 to 3 mana. You know, it's pretty nice. And then of course you can't leave out Primal Might. It just came out in M21, but it's such a fantastic card. Target creature you control gets +X/+X until end of turn, then fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Obviously, this is gonna be great if you have a lifelinker down of any kind. You just make it really big. Fight a creature, gain all that life, swing in, gain all that life again, and now you're just sort of sitting pretty for the rest of the match, you know, sort of working out how you want to take down your foe and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, that's going to do it for the deck tech wrap up. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you all enjoyed the wrap up, the breakdown, the moves in between, all that good stuff. Again, I'll see you either later tonight or tomorrow. Peace.